Hey lovelies, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This video is going to be a continuation of the previous video I posted on my channel. So if that is what you're interested in, please stay tuned and watch till the end of this video. Moving on, I already went ahead to cut out my pattern. I've also ironed ST on my pieces. Now you go ahead to join all your main fabric together and all your lining pieces together. So if you've been on my channel, you know that's how I do my own. I went ahead to gum my front pieces together so I can have just one piece to cut out the lace parts. So after joining the front and lining piece, this is what you have. Now I went ahead to sew my center front for the main fabric and the lining together because I'm going to be joining everything. So I'm going to sandwich my yoke in between my main fabric and my lining fabric. So for the back, this is for the back. So just take a look. So after that, this is what you will be having. For my lacing part, I did not sew it down, like I did not turn it. I just mashed it down because I'm going to be adding this piece. So all you have to do is cut a straight piece and gum in strong stay. That's going to help your lacing hole to stay firm. So you match your back down just as you see me indicating in the video. You match it at the center just to keep it in place. Then you fold in the other part and match it down. So now you see the contrast that is given. After that, this is what it's going to be looking like. So it's going to stay neat and firm. So if you've been on my channel long enough, you know that my corset cups is the last thing I add on my dress. So this is the cups. I'm just going ahead to sew it. I'm going to sew it with 0.5 inch on the curved part. So you just go ahead to stitch that down with 0.5 inch. I've gone ahead to sew my main and lining piece of my cup, and this is what it's looking like. There's no cup yet and it's already like you can see the curve for the cup. Now you are going to sew both your lining piece and main fabric of the cup together. You use 0.5 inch to sew it together. The 0.5 inch you added as allowance, you are going to use it to stitch it down just at that front part. You are not covering the armhole, you are not covering the down part because you'll be adding it to the dress. After that, this is what you are going to be left with, and you can see how deep the cup is, and we've not added anything. You can see the deepness, so this will give your bust a place to sit in. So you do not want your cup to be flat, so ironing and molding your cups very well will help. So for your cups, you are going to take half of an inch away from your pattern pieces, just at the top part, nowhere else, just at the top part, so it will not get to like the neck part where you are going to turn. So what I'm doing here is just taking out that half of an inch with my pattern master. After taking that half of an inch, you can decide to trim it off or just fold it in, because I'm going to fold mine in. I'm not going to trim it off. So whichever way you decide to do yours, it's fine. Just remember to take out half of an inch from the top part. After that, you are going to fold your wadding into two, and remember this is a thick wadding, not the other like light one. This is the thick wadding. You are going to fold it into two because you'll be cutting out two pieces of the cup, which is one for the left part, one for the right part, your left and right bust. And while cutting, you are not adding any sewing allowance. Because we are going to be doing a top stitch. If you want to add an allowance, maybe just to be on the safer side, you can add 0.25 at that center part, which is your curvy part, but mine, I don't usually add allowance. Now we're having two pieces of each, which is, like I said, one for the left bust, one for the right bust. So go ahead to indicate with a chalk where you will be sewing together, or you pin down your pattern paper. So you take that to your ironing table, and we cut out, like, we folded our wording to cut. Now we're just using hemming gum to seal it in place, so it will make one piece. So now you take your cup to the sewing machine, because you'll be joining it together with a top stitch. I don't have a zigzag machine, so this is how I sew mine. You place where the part you'll be joining together, usually you place it just with like 0.25 inches, just a tiny inches, just to top stitch it together. Just take a look at what I'm doing in the video. When sewing, just continue to curve your side cup, because that place usually have a deeper curve. Continue to curve everything so that your cup will come out deep. I'll go ahead and do the same for my second cup. So now you take that to your table again, because you are going to be molding the cups. You use your bust arm and iron to mold the cups very well. So if you've not learned how to mold, please do, because it really helps for the deepness of your cup. So now you are going to be attaching it to your corset cup. Now you see the middle part that you stitch, make sure it is on the middle part of your corset dress. Then you use a hemming gun to iron in place. So just take a look at what I'm doing in the video. And when you are ironing your cup, remember to mold also. As you are ironing, you are molding, you are doing the same thing. Just you always mold your cups. So remember, we did not add any allowance while we were cutting our cups, so you can see that there is no need to trim any excess, because it's going to sit in place. Because of the allowance we did not add, everything is going to sit perfectly. There is not going to be excess at that bottom part or the top part also, so it can easily allow you to attach your cups to your dress. So yeah, I'm just going ahead to mark out where I'm going to attach my skirt piece.